Hey lovelies, happy Juneteenth. I'm back with another video. Now, I have the timestamps here because you're going to watch me work. We're going to make something for my kid very last minute for Heritage Month, and he has to wear this for the very next day. So, we're going to start off by seam ripping all of the rib knits, like the cuffs and stuff like that, off this sweatshirt that I got from Joann's when Joann's was still open. Yes, I got me a 2X sweater because we were supposed to use this sweater not only for the sweatshirt repurposing, but also for some sweatpants, but we only was able to make it with the sweatshirt. That's all we had on for. So like I said, I'm taking all the rib knits off the cuff, off the neckline, and off the waistline. And now we're gonna cut out the sweatshirt body. Like we said, we're going to use this sweatshirt to make a new sweatshirt, a smaller sweatshirt, a kid sweatshirt. Yes, we are. And we have both the front and the back. Right here, I'm just straightening up the bottom. And then we're going to take the front of the sweatshirt and we got to modify it. We got to modify it for the front because we cut it out for the back. So with doing that, we basically are going to cut a little bit off the armhole and the neckline because you know the neckline is lower than the back. So basically in the front the neckline comes down lower, and in the front the armhole comes in some more. So that's not the case for every sweatshirt, but that's going to be the case for this one. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and put right sides together. You're going to have the back and the front right sides face, and I'm just showing you the ribbing from the neckline because we're definitely going to reattach that. We're gonna make it shorter, we're gonna cut it down, and we're gonna reattach it. I don't show it in the video, so I'm just letting that be known right now. We're gonna go ahead and cut out the arms, and as you see, I modified the front for the front arm hole, and we're gonna do the same for the yellow fabric. This is Blizzard fleece, so you could just get you some fleece and make it work. I'm also labeling it so I know which side is the front and which is the back, so when I go to pin it, I'm putting it on the right sides. As you see, my partner in crime is over there sleeping because it was late. It was very late and he got work in the morning, so I couldn't, like, you know, keep him up. I had to let him get some sleep, and we're gonna go ahead and sew up them shoulders. Once the shoulders is sewn up, I'm gonna go ahead and flip the seam allowance to the back. Yes, what we consider the back, that's what I'm gonna go flip that seam allowance to, and I'm gonna top stitch that down. This is optional, you don't have to do this, but I like it. I like the look of it, and I feel like it makes the garment more secure, but for the most part it's definitely optional. So with that being said, I'm gonna do that to both shoulders. Now that that's done, we're going to flip the body to the right side, and we're going to go ahead and clip these arms to it, the sleeves. So I folded the sleeve in half so I could get the middle, and I'm going to pin the middle to the seam, not to the top stitch, to the seam that's, you know, made the two form together. Then I'm going to go ahead and start clipping it down on both sides, and we're going to go ahead and sew that in place. Once I finish doing that, I'm gonna go ahead, because it's not shown in this video, like I said, this is 2 years old. I can't find all of the clips. I don't know where the clips are, but this is 2 years old, so I'm gonna just basically explain the rest while you're watching me do my thing. Okay, so we're gonna sew down the sleeves to the body, and we're going to do that for both sides, the yellow and the green, and then we're going to sew the cuffs on, which I'm going to show you the cuffs, and we're going to sew on the ribbing for the neckline and for the waistline. Once we do that, I went ahead and added a design to it because this was supposed to be Heritage Month, so for his school, this was for school, so I went ahead and did that HTV. I wish I could find the footage because it was man, I want to do this design again, and when I do, I'm gonna probably post a short of it. If you want a long form, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, I top stitched the seam allowance down towards the sleeve, but that is also optional. Once I finish that, I'm gonna sew the sweatshirt up by working from the sleeve down to the body. Anyways, I'm showing you the cuffing and stuff like that. I basically stretched it out, cut how much I needed, and I sewn that onto the sleeve. I did the same for the waistline and the neckline, and this is how it looks. Yes, we're represented for Jamaica. Yes, we're Black and Jamaican over here. So this is the final result. If you want to see a summer version of this, let me know. If you like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, lovelies, later.